Man, you win a few Grammys and all of a sudden the hate starts flying from every direction. But hold up, we really need to separate what's actual hate versus someone just having an opinion. Because what even qualifies somebody as a hater anymore? If I'm not feeling your music and I honestly believe it didn't deserve a Grammy, does that automatically put the hater jacket on me? Now, with that being said, salute to Kendrick Lamar for officially becoming the most awarded rapper in Grammy history with 27 wins. He just picked up Record of the Year for Luther, Best Rap Album for GNX, Best Rap Song for TV Off, Best Rap Performance for Chains and Whips, and Best Melodic Rap Performance for Luther. Those 5 wins pushed him past Jay-Z, who was previously sitting at the top with 25 Grammys.
It's hip-hop as usual, man. I'm not good at talking about myself, but I express it through the music. It's an honor to be here, Tyler, the Clips. Every time I tell you this, hip-hop is gonna always be right here. We're gonna be in these suits, we're gonna be looking good. We're gonna be having our folks with us. We're gonna be having the culture with us. So I appreciate y'all. God is the glory. Love y'all.
And the wild part is, this isn't even close to being the last time he's gonna win a Grammy. Kendrick is only 38 years old, so realistically, you gotta assume he's got at least another decade left in him. And just like every other lane, sports, corporate, entertainment, whenever the younger guys start shining, breaking records, and taking up space, the hate always creeps in from the OGs. Now, whether that comes from jealousy, insecurity, or just feeling overlooked, whatever it is, they don't do a great job of hiding it. Lil Wayne caught a ton of backlash after the Grammys for that tweet he posted saying, "Congrats to the nominees and winners." Then right after that, he pivoted and made it about himself. He said, "I wasn't included as usual. I gotta work harder as usual. One time for my slide. Me, Bill Belly." And that's when fans jumped all over him. People were like, "Bro, your last album was called Toilet Water and it went platinum. You shouldn't even be expecting a Grammy right now." Now, of course, y'all remember Wayne and Kendrick already had tension a couple of years back. That was when Kendrick was announced as the Super Bowl halftime performer in Wayne's hometown of New Orleans. So with that context, a lot of people felt like this tweet was low-key shade aimed directly at Kendrick. And listen, it didn't stop there. Fat Joe also weighed in on Kendrick Lamar winning those Grammys. And once again, folks felt like the tone was a little slick toward Kendrick. Here's what he had to say.
Damn, I heard Jay-Z congratulated him.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, it just started giving young guys Grammys. You know, when we was coming up, you know, Flavor Flav was like, who gives a damn about a goddamn Grammy? Because they wasn't giving it to us. So just know, congratulations, Kendrick Lamar.
Mark Lamont Hill from the Joe Budden podcast also jumped out there and straight up admitted, listen to this, "Yo, I really didn't want Kendrick to win. I was rooting for Clips." And hold up, that right there tells you everything about where his head was at before the dust even settled.
I really did not want Kendrick to get Rap Album of the Year.
Really?
Well, let me put it differently. I wanted Clips to get Rap Album of the Year. I just thought they really deserved it far more. But I don't think it was a bad choice. I just really was rooting for Clips. That's all.
Yeah, I think we all in the same.
Yeah, I think we all in the same boat. So that's the only award that I was just like really, really frustrated about. Or not frustrated.
So we're not all the same, because I am not frustrated with Kendrick winning that one.
Oh no, I wasn't frustrated. I think I'm agreeing with you.
I think disappointed is a better word.
I felt like seeing them everywhere, everything that they did. As great as the album was, it being a comeback album, it seemed like all the stars were in alignment for them to win.
Yes.
And when it didn't happen, I was just like, damn.
To come back.
I'm sorry. But to lose to GNX is still, they weren't snubbed. This is not Good Kid, Mad City losing to Macklemore.
Yeah.
This isn't that. This is still a great album, won Best Rap Album of the Year.
And finally, we gotta talk about Isaac Hayes III. Yes, the son of the legendary Isaac Hayes. So listen closely. He stepped forward and said, "Yo guys, I voted for Glorilla's Glorious as Rap Album of the Year." And that immediately got people talking. Now hold up. He made it clear Kendrick and Clips both put out strong bodies of work, but for him, this vote wasn't about legacy at all. He said it came down to impact in that specific year, period. In his eyes, Glorilla had the year and Glorious was the project that deserved to shine. His words, not mine. And you already know the internet didn't let that slide. because folks were like, bro, you are out of your goddamn mind. Girl, yes, Glorilla dropped a solid album, but if we're really talking impact and album of the year, it didn't touch what Clips or Kendrick delivered.
About my Grammy post this morning, I want to add a little bit more information to people that have been responding to the conversation. First and foremost, a lot of people have been saying, what about Killer Mike? What about Killer Mike? What about Killer Mike? Well, this is a text message I sent Killer Mike in November of 2023. This is before the Drake-Kendrick beef. I said, thanks for the kind words about fan base today. Get out there and campaign for these Grammys. LA and San Francisco have the largest voting chapters, so make sure you do some sort of events for the membership out there. The Grammys are just like running for office. And Mike understands that. But the problem is that Killer Mike shouldn't have to go campaign in LA exclusively just to win a Grammy. That is the point. That the majority of the voting body is out in Los Angeles, California. If he does not go in California and campaign heavily for those Grammys, he doesn't get that Atlanta sweep. And that's the point that I'm trying to make. Here's even more proof. These are the last 11 years of the Grammy Rap Album of the Year winners. Take a look. Kendrick Lamar, Chance the Rapper, Kendrick Lamar, Cardi B, Tyler the Creator, Nas, Tyler the Creator, Kendrick Lamar, Killer Mike, Doechii, and Kendrick Lamar. So that means 7 of the last 11 Rap Album of the Year Grammy Award winners were from LA and 5 were from TDE. Here's what I mean. There's 15,000 members that vote for the Grammys. The easiest way to solve this is for the Grammy board to reveal how many members of the voting body are in each city. And to make the balance fair, let's say there's 4,000 or 5,000 voters in LA. Then there needs to be 5,000 voters in Nashville, 5,000 voters in New York, and so on and so forth. Miss me with this bullshit.
Now, fans actually uncovered that Isaac Hayes III had production credits on a track from Glorilla's album, and that's when Punch from TDE finally had enough. No disrespect to Glorilla, she's been on fire and totally earned her shine, but Punch called this whole situation straight up wild. He then threw down on everyone hating on Kendrick for snagging the Grammys, saying, "These boys are haters, all of them, and honestly, I love it." Jason Martin clapped back, replying, "You spelled Ben wrong. I love watching them try to mask hate with their opinionated facts. Total cap masters if you ask me." Now, here's my take. Slightly different from a lot of people's. If you're Punch, this backlash is nothing new. You gotta expect it. Lots of folks just don't mess with Kendrick, plain and simple. And on top of that, jealousy is real. He's been running the Grammy game and dominating hip-hop for the last 4 or 5 years, especially considering folks claim he hasn't dropped enough music. So yeah, these older guys hating, that's just par for the course. And let's keep it 100. Many of those dudes are straight up Drake fans. So of course, when Kendrick comes up, the shade's gonna fly. We can't pretend this Kendrick versus Drake beef is done and dusted. And trust me, if the roles were flipped and Drake was stacking Grammys instead, a lot of Kendrick supporters would be throwing shade right back at him. That's just how the game works. It ain't pretty, but it is what it is. So drop your thoughts in the comments. What do you make of these OGs throwing shade? And how do you think Punch TDE should respond? Like this video, subscribe to the channel, and I'll catch you next time.